Welcome to the Seven Crosses series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up the series on the 31st of January 1958. So you can see we are rapidly closing in on the 1960s, when hopefully we'll start getting access to some better vehicles to give our economy a bit of a momentum. And the focus in this video is going to be on trying to get some momentum up in Coal Town here. I've actually have named it Coal Town now. But before that, as usual, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me so much to think about. And in fact, one comment actually made me think about a mistake that I've already made. But one of the comments I got was about possibly putting prefab production and other construction buildings out in Coal Town. But probably the best way is to explain my overall strategy. Is we've got coal out here, and this is also close to gravel. So what I want to do in the long term, once we've got Coal Town up and running, we're going to come and build what you can almost call Coal Town 2. But this will be more construction town, because what we're going to have here is prefabs, cement, and probably a full-blown production area here, minus the bricks. So that what that will do is, one, it will drive up to get to the iron, which is up over there, because we need to get steel production going quite quickly. So effectively what we're going to do is build up this curve of the map here over time with three major cities. Then we'll have quite a large city here, and then another one just up probably above that there, which will then bring us close to the NATO connection here as well, which means that I can then build a vehicle depot here, and then we'll get access to a Western vehicle, because that's the rule that I'm operating with in the game, that I can only buy vehicles from vehicle depots near the customs shed. And so to buy Western vehicles, I need to get up to here. So that's going to be the key way forward. I think I'm just going to speed the game up a little bit. Somebody also suggested that I use motor trucks again, and that actually led me into a bit of a mistake that I've made, actually. In fact, I think I'm going to wait for the snow to disappear and before I do it, but I've just realized that down here I've got no buildings for fueling vehicles or actually powering them. So what I need to do is think a little bit about the options. In fact, I'm probably going to put both in here, because the we're going to have, eventually we can have trains exporting here. This is one of our few export points, so we may get electric trains coming through. In fact, I'll probably go electric straight away, but then that will then restrict my access to the motor vehicles. But I think we'll probably go that way. And one thing I do want to do in this part is lay out some track, but of course, because the template is white, we'll save that to later on. Just to give you an update of what's going on over here, I've finally managed to get this building built, and to me it's a lot of effort just to get 120 population. So I doubt if I'll be building one of these again, and one definitely not in this series. And one thing I do want to do is move somebody out of here. So what we're going to do is relocate these up to here, because I want to take down this building here. Because what I'm thinking is to have a row of, say, J department blocks along here mixed in with some of these, just for historical purposes. As the town grows, but I don't want the town to get too big. And just to show you the population, we've come through and I've got a population of 3,368, and we've got 1,765 workers. And truthfully, that is a bit too much, because you can see we've got 250 odd 60 unemployed workers. But I'm hoping that will change once we start harvesting, because the workers can get out here and do the harvesting by hand, which, if you watch the previous video, that works fairly successfully. Although I'll be completely honest, the micromanaging of the crop harvest, I think, is really for small farms. I don't think trying to do it with this big farm was just more trouble than it was worth, actually. I think it's probably politely. Now, generally over here, our heating has worked quite well. The only problem I've got is, if I show you here, the actual logs didn't survive the winter. So now we're effectively running on supply and demand, which means that I'm getting the occasional kind of heating problem here. So we haven't completely cracked the heating situation, despite the fact that we've got the 2 heating plants. So that's something else I'm going to need to consider. I mean, the option is to take this out and put in another wood cutting post here. The trouble is they will overlap, but I think I'll think about that. Actually, while I'm here, what we'll do is we'll put in some more pine trees. I find that if you refresh these before it gets too low, what you get is a succession of growths, which kind of keeps this efficiency going a little bit better. So we'll just drop some more trees in there. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the strategy going forward. That is the fact that what we're going to do is we're going to build the building, say, like this prefab factory during the winter, and during the summer we need to push all our single construction crew all the way out here to try and get this built. And what I would like to do is get the shop built, a couple of these buildings put together. We'll probably build the jade buildings here, and get some of the infrastructure in this place up and running, especially the fire station, because we're going to need fire coverage, and of course the gas station as well, which will make quite a big difference. And what I'm going to do is try and get these in place, and then we'll build the substation here. I haven't laid in the power connections yet, but we are building this power line, and it's going fairly slowly. It's probably the polite way of saying it. And the idea is to get a small town out here with people in it. But once we got the people here, we can then start working with the construction office and try and get some local building going here. Well, hopefully the snow will go away. We're on the 17th of February. We should be okay. I think maybe I can put in here. Oh, yeah. And what I'm thinking is a power line connection down here, because I think we will go electric. And I think, well, we're just gonna have to do it from this side. So I think if we break the rail line here, take it out in its entirety there, and then we put in, say, put it in the middle, so we got a little bit. Not that it really makes that much difference. In fact, I think you need to come across the road there, so maybe we will put it about there. And then we're just hooking you there. And there. Of course, we'll have to put a road up through here. I'm not going to be a little bit worried about the distance from the fire. Oh, it's not that far, is it? But we don't really have the snow coverage. I think we will stick with gravel. Go there like that. I mean, I think we can live with this road going over here, because the only vehicles that should want to come down here should be the fire trucks. Of course, we're going to have to put in a line there. The snow's finally disappearing, so we've got a road connection there. I'm building a road out here because it suddenly occurred to me that eventually, sometime in the future, we're going to need to asphalt through here. So what I want to do is actually make these connections. I've also put a road connection through here to try and improve the efficiency of the delivery, so that when we're harvesting these fields, they can get directly to there. I think we're okay now. I'll just check the jobs here. We've done the power. And something else I've done is I've put another big field here. I've rebalanced the farm allocations so that they kind of make some kind of order of sowing and harvesting. Then the other thing I've also done, I can't remember what it is now. Oh yeah, I've renamed all the fields, because we had these fields down here called knife edge, and I've called all the fields on this side farmland and all the fields on this side expansion. So that what that should do is help the situation a little bit with respect to when I'm kind of fiddling around trying to get things done. Of course, eventually we'll gravel this through, but as I say, the priority job now needs to be getting out here see what jobs the construction office has got. Where are you? So we're down to high voltage, unfinished road. If you've got any vehicles kind of sat around doing nothing, no, all the excavators are out, so there's not much point then allocating another job. The real limiting factor is the what we call it, the dumpers. And the other thing I'm also been thinking about, and somebody actually posted a comment about this, is technical offices. Because at the moment we've got this technical office here with, is it 5 slots? And what I'm thinking is that if I can create a number of smaller technical offices across the map, whether it would give me a better spread for snow clearance, and just to kind of illustrate what I'm thinking about is, I mean, normally I would build a 5 like that, but what I'm thinking is possibly putting in a, say, 3 here, one that's going to make it easier to build them. I mean, this has got 4, but I think we're going to go with a 3 here. And what I'm thinking is that, say if I put a 3 in there and then limit them to, say, 2,000 meters, what I'm hoping is that this would just clear this farming area. What I want to do is just check the fire coverage, because what I would like to do is put another one, say, out here, possibly just this side, as this is where it's going to say you need an excavator. Now I think we're just going to put one here, so we'll put another technical office there, and then I think we'll put a 5 in here. We'll put a proper one here. I know it's all kind of stretching out and I'm piling up all these jobs that need to be done. This is a bit big. And I suppose this is where it's going to tell me I need an excavator. Nope. Okay. My instinct, well, we're not going to build this way, are we? So if I put it there, so we get this done as well. So we'll put another technical office there. So when we do finally get snowplows, we'll have a technical office here, one here, which will hopefully keep this end going. This one will keep the farm going, and then we've got one there. And I think what we're going to need is another one out here to keep all this moving. But what we can do is put a small one in here again. So say for argument's sake, it would be nice to get something just in here. I'll build for that. If we can just sneak it in there. And then what that will do is we'll have 3 covering this area, and hopefully they will stay in this area. For this. We got the super crew here. Wow. We've got 33. That one's not going quite so quickly. Look at this. We've got 31 over there. It's a shame they can't reach this. I mean, getting these fields harvest. Look at that one. That one's finished already. I mean, you think that my tractors here are still trying to complete the first medium fields, and the workforce has gone out here and they've already got that one up and going and growing. I mean, if we can get, look at that, we've got 50 there. I mean, you can see the line is literally whizzing across, and we've got 28 in here. So in theory, we should get these 3 large fields finished pretty quickly. And somebody did suggest putting a bus stop out so that people could come out and work in the fields that way. That's an experiment for the future. Anyway, what I do want to do now is think a little bit about my rail connections, because if we're going to start expanding out here, we're going to need to think about where we're going to go. We need a road across here, but I think what I need to do is just lay out the rail track first. I think we'll start here, because there's no way we're going to build a bridge over this section here, and I do want to keep a gap here for roads. So I think through here, let me just come here. And I think if we, I'm not going to build a port here, so maybe if we kind of put a double line of track here, And just kind of curve the track round like that. Keep getting these random movements on the map from time to time. I think it's my finger on the keys actually. I'm gonna put the wireframe, sorry. That's kind of curved up a little bit. I think I'd rather take this back so that it comes there. And actually, right, what we're aiming for, we've got a track there coming in. My instinct is to go for this cleft here because we're going to need a track goes there, because we could put a branch that would go up that way. So what we're aiming for is that little gap there. But I want to leave enough gap on this coast, not that we're going to build a bridge across there, is it? What we will do is we'll just stay close to the edge here, like that. And then we'll come here, like that. And then we'll just run straight there, like that. What that will mean is we can take the rail track through there with a view to going that way. And then we could, yeah, if I put that way like that, I think we can come through like that. Then we could put a branch off line off here which can go up that way. So we'll just come back to here. We'll make this connection first. You can come out like that there. And what I want is this to be fairly big, because there's a possibility we'll be running pretty long trains through here, because we're going to be shifting coal and aggregate. So I want this on to be on a fairly grand scale. We want to take advantage of the size of the map to be able to do this. So come around like that. And one way you can test it is to, I mean, that'll give us length for trains over 200 meters. And generally, when I do trains, I tend to have them up to about 160 maximum. Now comes the fun bit here. I want to keep this relatively open because we may need to put a bridge across here. In fact, that might be a little bit tricky. I think we will kind of pull this curve back a little bit. We'll just pull you back to about here. And then whoops. And we'll just curve you round like that. Then we'll run. Yeah, it's kind of dog-legged a little bit because this is a. So we're just going to pull this back a little bit. Yeah, I think if we run through like that, and then possibly curve out a little bit like that, and then kind of get this here. Now, this road here, I think eventually I'd like to put this over the rail tracks. So a moment for purposes of doing this, and I want a straight crossover here to make the bridge easier. Now we've got our two gravel yards here, and I think what I'd like to do is curve this up like that, and then we're going to run you virtually dead straight across like that. What that should do is leave enough area here for a possible another farm should I need it. Actually, just trim you back a little bit. A little bit bad terrain editing there. You can see where I actually raised and lowered the ground here, and I didn't actually smooth it in properly. Oh, that's the way it goes. And I think we can just curve you around like that. And ideally, I would like you to run through like that, because we've got coal over here. I think it's on the back side of this area here. So we're going to need a track that's running out this way. Now, if you watch the earlier videos, you'll be aware that I created these two different loading bays. And there is a method in my madness, in the sense that what I want to do is come out here. You can come that way. And then we're going to bring you round like that. You round about there. Maybe a little bit further forward. And then we're maybe a little bit more. And we're going to connect you up like that, so that trains that need gravel come in from this side of the map, and then vice versa. When we want to supply gravel to this side of the map, the trains will come into here. This is the main reason why I built the two terminals. It avoids fairly complicated conjunctions here. And we're just gonna, oh come on, you can do it, game. And so that will bring that connection into there like that. So that now gives us quite a fairly good series of connections here. Just turn off the wireframe. So we got our mainline connection through to here, and our connection up to our coal loading here and our bricks there. Then we got the line that can go out and carry goods there. So this will be our main line. And of course, another possibility is that we will branch off here and go out towards there in that direction. And of course, the other direction will go that way as well. And that still leaves enough space here to put some stuff in should I need it. And of course, what we're going to need to do is eventually go over the bridge. I think in the long term, what I will most likely do is build another road alongside this and go over and then take this road out. We just missed a little bit of track there. Just hook that through like that. And that was going to annoy me a bit, so I'll just use the old trick of doing that. I know I didn't need to do it because this is base track, and I think we're just going to accept that. So we will fix this at a later date. I think that is going to work quite well. Let's just go and have a little bit of an update of where we are with respect to jobs. So it looks very much like we've finished our new Jade building here. A few workers in it. I think I'm going to take out. I think we're going to move the people out of here and put you into there. Take the last person out. And then we're going to demolish you. Why have you... Okay, I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. I'm going to take you out, but I think what I will do is put a Jade apartment in here straight away. So I'll come in here. Actually, nope. I've got to use my new approach. Residential buildings. We'll put a Jade 5-story in here. Like that. And what we will do is make that into, just allocate these guys to that, just to speed the process up a little bit. Although my main construction office should, road crew should pick that up as well. The kindergarten that I placed last time is up and running as well, so that should make a difference. See what my road crew's got. Yeah, you've got so many, you've got way too many unfinished roads and stuff here because you're auto detecting. That's the problem. They're just gonna have to work through it the best they can. Another thing I want to talk about is vehicles. Stop production, new vehicle type. So we got a new harvester, but this is a Western harvester because I recognize this. This is the Matador. I think I've got, well, what we got here? Again, this is the 88B. I'm pretty sure this is a Western excavator as well. Looks like we've actually got a proper bulldozer. Where did you come from? Okay, let's just check what I'm going on. Okay, let's do this here. So we still haven't got a proper excavator here. We've just got these excavators. So obviously most of the vehicles that are coming in are from the west. February 1958. This is the S100 Stalanak. Okay, this is confusing me a little bit. Now, one thing I have found is, there it is there. Oops, I bought one by accident. I think what we'll do is I'm going to allocate you to there. If I bought it, I might as well use it. And that should speed up the process a little bit. Yeah, I keep forgetting that if you click. But back here again, we've got, this is the 88B 1958. We got cupboard hole, we got excavators. Of course, that's the new Matador. And of course, one thing I didn't show you was the fact that if you're buying Western vehicles, you can actually get a paver in 1955 and a roller as well, which, I mean, I could have had a roller from the beginning in 1946, but the other thing that's shown up now is these caterpillars. But to be honest, as far as I'm concerned, they're too slow, really, these snow plows. I mean, they only do 32 kilometers an hour. True that they could probably clear quite a lot of snow, but a plowing speed of 20 is just, you know, not really worth the effort. So that's the reason why. I mean, the money's coming in quite nicely. We'll look at the economy in a minute, because I've just remembered something else I want to change. Just going to keep an eye on this guy. Just let him come down here, drop that meat off. In fact, I think what I will do is, while he's dropping the meat off, because I've got these little trucks here that are effectively doing nothing. And I think maybe it's time to... I can't do it with covered trucks, have I? It's refrigeration trucks, isn't it? I don't think I've got a refrigeration trucks. We've got here a refrigeration. We've got one here, 1953 to 1985. And this carries 2.3 tons of meat. Our little wagon has just got itself a reprieve again. What are you doing? Oh, you're delivering crops, aren't you? Yeah. And that's actually keeping it full. What is the crop situation at the moment? Yeah, we're down to 79 tons of crops, and we're on the 23rd of April. So what we're going to have to do is suspend our food exports again. I'll just remove you. And take that off. You just leave that on, actually. Yeah, so we're going to have to suspend our food exports for the moment, because we're obviously going through food a lot quicker than we would normally do. Therefore, we need to make sure that we got enough food to get us through to there. I mean, we've got 850. So if we get up to, say, the end of June and we've still got a couple of 100 tons of crops in here, we'll be okay. We can then start exporting food again. Now, I've resisted the temptation to export fuel because we are consuming a lot more fuel now. Now, something else I want to do is tidy up this area here. Thinking in the long term is to put a food factory in here. I think what we'll do is, I think we'll put an asphalt road here. And then this should be empty. Yeah, we're going to demolish you. Take you out, take you out. Eventually we will take out this road here, and possibly this road as well, once we've got this asphalt built. And then what I'm thinking is that we should be able to get a bit big, and it's going to be a bit close to that accommodation. We could put it there, and then we'd need to try and somehow get a warehouse behind. I mean, that would possibly fit, but then I'd have to. The idea is that this food factory won't supply the map. It will only supply this town and Coal Town. That's the idea, isn't it? Wow, these guys are. We're on the 29th of April, and we've already. I think this strategy of swapping them over is really working. All I've got to do now is really crack the flip side of this, which is the harvesting. These little sections here need that support from there, and it probably applies to here as well. Why is it saying that that construction is already complete when it's not? I think there's a bit of a glitch here by the look of it. Doesn't make sense. Well, it's not important. We'll see whether the game gets that fixed, and then we'll take it from there. Right, so we're now making progress with that. And these guys are probably a little bit overstretched. Right, we've got corner market, unfinished town. We've finished the power cables out here now. And the next thing I want is the gas station and the fire station. We'll get those built next, because the shop's nearly finished. I think we'll go for the bus platform as well, because that's the base infrastructure before we need to build houses. So this is going okay. We don't need that. We don't really need the construction office just at the moment. Now, where's the little dinky? These guys are looking for roads. I'm just wondering, I've got a spare vehicle that can move some basic materials. We might be able to get a little bit more efficiency out of these guys. What have we got here? Yeah, I think what we're going to do is assign you to here. And then there's no point giving you gravel, but what we could do is give you steel. You can pick up from the, I mean, it's not going to be brilliant, but you can pick up bricks. You can pick up boards. Let's name you. Rename you. What's that? Nakomo boards. I mean, I know it's only the one truck, but it might make a small difference over time. So we might as well assign the gas station that and that to it. And then you can just bring out a few bits and pieces to deliver here. How many more slots have I got in here? I mean, I don't really want to buy, we got 2 more slots. I don't really want to buy a vehicle specifically for this. I wonder whether, because this had the bulldozer already allocated, that actually made a difference. I think what we will do is, again, I'm not really sure why these guys got gravel, but and it's saying that the construction is already complete. I think what I'm going to do is this is annoying me, so it's going to flash out $220 on getting that finished, because I've got a feeling that was just a bit confused. I mean, we got this office as well. We could get some vehicles into here to move stuff out as well, but like I said, I don't really want to buy vehicles here. I mean, we got crops there, We've got our little steel truck. Maybe we'll send you out here as well, so that you can just get a few little bits and pieces moving, delivering out to here, even if they don't actually build it. I suppose what we could do is make these into delivery construction offices rather than building construction offices. Yeah, I mean, that might work. It's just that they're going to need to be able to pick up the bits and pieces. Right, one next thing I need to do before I forget is come here. Get the combines in and functioning. Flip these over so that when the harvest starts, have go there. How many unemployed people I've got? 370 unemployed people at the moment. There's not much I can do about it, to be honest. I am considering possibly another chicken farm, just so that we can maybe improve the meat situation a little bit. I'm not sure if I can get one in here. Actually, I'm not sure whether these actually even produce pollution. They don't seem to. So can we get another chicken farm in here? It's not a farm, it's a factory actually. Is it a chicken farm? Actually, I wonder if that will work. Say we put it that way round. I'm just wondering whether the meat will flow from here to here in the same way as the cattle fields will work over here. Actually, where are you picking up your wood from? All related vehicles. Who's delivering? Oh, it's wood is coming in here. There you are. Oh, you're picking up from the small brick store. That's good. That's good. That's good. We're not going to build this just at the moment. We've got plenty of spare accommodation around the map, actually. Oh, well, not necessarily. Oops, looks like we've had a fire here as well. Everything is filling up really quickly, except for this one. Are we getting any over 21s? Actually, what am I doing? We've got 7. Where have we got them? Okay, looks like maybe we got to put in some other bits and pieces. Just don't really want to expand. I think what we're going to have to do is just leave the over 21s at the moment. Just let them grow up a little bit. They leave, they leave. I just can't get that this drive my population. We got to nearly 2,000. And you can see we got 350 unemployed workers. I could possibly increase, get a few bit more production into some of these areas, but I'm not really seeing. Yeah, I mean, we could kind of just increase this production, but the question is whether people are actually get out and do the jobs. So just increase this a little bit. I mean, it could be a waste, to be honest. Well, we'll just bring more people out just and see. I need to finish this conveyor as well. New production vehicle. Oh, okay. We've got that sneaked up on me. 1958. I think what we're going to do is, while I'm thinking about it, we got a little bit of cash. I nearly bought them in the wrong place. Snow plows. 14,000 each. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to send you to there. I know it's a bit early in the year, but I don't want to forget. We've got snowplows. This is being built. I think I'm just going to need to let these guys just catch up with what they're doing now. And we'll just keep an eye on things because time is pushing on anyway. And sometimes it's just fun to kind of hook up on these guys and just follow them around the map for a little while. And I mean, it gives you an idea of how things are going. There's this poor old excavator struggling along there. He's still. I think eventually those big excavators are going to have to be put up into the quarries, and then we'll use the smaller excavators, which can be put on the back of trucks. So I mean, this looks quite impressive actually, like this. Going through the wheat fields of the farm here. I think, yeah, a little fire station there. There's another excavator coming out as well, slowing everything up. And all the truck stuff run. And I think that's enough. Trains are more fun than vehicles, but we're going to be okay. Fuel situation's good. Yeah, I mean, this is looking a bit more encouraging now because we've got more vehicles out running, delivering stuff. How's the workforces in here? Yeah, we've got lots and lots of workers coming in here. What I really should do is start thinking about upgrading the buses so that we got there. I mean, the other thing I wouldn't mind doing is improving some of these footpaths. Got a footpath connection there. And don't, because I could put in. If I want a footpath connection there. Let me just see. Let's see. They won't. They can actually get people from here and get down to there. I think there's value in putting a. Whoops. Okay, let's just take this out because it's obviously broken. So just stick these out here, and then we'll put a footpath across like that. There. It's so difficult to decide. Let me just have a look here. What, anybody complaining about anything? No. No, just meat is the big problem. But to be honest, meat isn't something I'm particularly that worried about. 14 over 21s. We could put them over here. We got lots and lots of workers. We just got nothing for them to do as such. Just have another look round. So what I could do is, where's the bus platform here? See, it's not like we need the workers in here to do the quarrying because they're not needed. I mean, again, it comes back to the fact that what I actually need last chance to buy. So we've lost our tractor. Production. Building's on fire yet. Miracle type available. What we got here looks like some kind of bus production. Last chance to buy. So we've lost one of our combines. Let's take a quick look at the bus situation. No, again, it's a Western bus. So at the moment, our passenger-wise, our best bus is these. See, we were starting to get to the point now where we're going to get buses that can travel faster. You can see here at the moment, my money is. I just don't want to go too far below 200,000. So I think we can live. Just going to zap all those lot so we can keep going. We're on the 14th of June. How have we got here? These are unloaded now, so we need to flip these to farm and grain storage unload. And then we need the. Where are you? Knife edge. Where is it? Come on. You've got to be in here somewhere. There it is. This you want to unload as well. Because once the harvest starts coming in, we need to get you filling in these as well. Unload. So that gets that. We actually got a fire engine. Although I think generally the fire engines I've been using are pretty efficient in their own right. Yeah, so we've actually got our first modern fire engine. 62 kilometers an hour, 10. Don't really feel the need to upgrade yet. Let me just see, where's my fire station? We've got a couple of slots in here. How much do they cost? Because we have a slot over here. Yeah, let me just come in here. What should that fire truck cost me? 13,000. I'm gonna buy one, and what I'm gonna do is send you to here, because if we're going this way, we really need better fire coverage over here, because we're getting 10 workers in here. I think the fire coverage here is no. I think I'm gonna. Apologies, but fire coverage always makes me a bit twitchy. I think we can afford to get the extra fire coverage in there as well. And what I can do is these old fire trucks, we can move out that way and spread them around a bit, and then bring the new fire trucks into this area over time. What we will do is assign you to that as well, like that. Let's get back over here and take a look, see how things are going. Well, we're getting there. We're making progress with the gas station and the fire station. It's just getting the deliveries out here to get things done. And we've also got this going as well. So we are getting this built through the summer. What we got here? It's like the truck is actually out doing its own thing. Got this built here. Not worried about that just at the moment. This is being built as well, so eventually we can plan in these roads. So the roads are coming together. We got these roads here. Kind of half tempted to put a road connection between these two, but I'm not sure it's gonna work. Oops. Or I can certainly put you in there. No, it's not gonna. I'm not gonna get a road connection through there, but let's put that there. What we will do now is put the footpaths in. So, because we're gonna need a footpath from there to there to there. I think I need a footpath through there, do I? Because we got the bus station here. Of course, the coal plant doesn't actually have a footpath connection. One thing we are going to need, we can build it from that end, can't we? So we can put that in there. That's connected. Well, we got this is finished now, so we can put in, I think this one is going to be an asphalt road. That is going to be quite a key road for picking up the coal once it's starting being produced. That's done. That's done. Yeah, I mean, eventually we're going to have to asphalt all the way out here. I'm also going to have to think about power distribution, because we got our power transformer here. Now, you may be wondering why I'm not building this. The reason is that the moment you've got power to here, it becomes a fire risk. So the towers themselves are okay, but I'm not going to build this until I've got this infrastructure ready. And what I'll probably even do is lay out the low tension cables first, and get all those planned for the town here so that things can get going. And then what we'll do is once we got everything, say for example when these buildings are starting to get close to completion, then we will kick that off. So it means that the power will come up roughly the same time as these buildings go. We move people in, we're getting the fire coverage over here, and things should all work. Well, that's the theory anyway. Yeah, we've got block cut in there, and oops, we've got another bus. We've got the buses are coming in quite nicely now. I'm kind of thinking, seeing we've got snow plows now, I'm starting to like the idea of building one of these snow technical offices. In fact, I think which one would be the best one? I think this one would be the better one, wouldn't it? Because the snow plows will go up and down this road. Okay, guys, you've got another job. I know you're a little bit overloaded and you're going to complain about it, but why did that hook that field? Let's just do it this way. If we can get snow plows to here, that means we can keep the building going here all through the winter, and that will make quite a big difference. This is nearly finished, just needs a little bit more gravel. How are we doing? We're on the 9th of July. What's the... We got 500 tons in here, so what we're going to do is just edge cargo station. Okay, guys, you go out here. I don't think you've got any space in here for vehicles, so that's okay. And what we'll do is we'll start exporting food again, because we've got the spare crops. We did very well here, actually, considering that we're on the 10th of July, and we still got 300 tons in here to supply the fuel, and also that there. In fact, I'm very tempted to... Yeah, I think we will, because at the moment we're exporting bitumen. So what we're going to do is remove this connection, and then we're going to go up to here, and we're going to export fuel. I mean, I've only got the one. I think I've only got the one fuel truck, so things are a little bit kind of tight. Well, I don't think this has got a fuel truck on it, has it? I mean, what I could do is if I buy a fuel truck for here, how much will a fuel truck cost me? Where is it? Oil tanker. I don't want to export vast quantities of bitumen, so we want something that's maximum speed 69. That's cost me 60. This is 9 tons. I think if we get something that's, this is 62, this is 69. I quite like this. This is yeah, we're going to buy one of these. We're going to allocate you to here, and then what we're going to do is you're going to we need the truck to get there first. How is the bitumen situation over here? We've got quite a nice big pile of bitumen, so if I get the truck in here. Wait, where are you going? Oh, you're probably going off to do fuel, aren't you? Because that's the type of annoying thing you do. And then what we're going to do is add you to there. You're going to load bitumen, but as long as it's over, I think at the moment we can leave it at 40%. So as long as there's 40% bitumen in here to keep the asphalt plant going. We can permanently export bitumen there. That means I can then control the fuel exports from here, and that should then start making me some money. Yeah, so alcohol, food. Yeah, so if we come back here, yeah, because I spent all those trucks, but hopefully now we should be in a position to be making some money. Oh, it's all good stuff, isn't it? It's good stuff. We've now started. Here we are. The super team are on it. 166 people. Oh, look at that. It just kind of puts the harvesters to shame, doesn't it? Look at that. And then hopefully we'll get that one done and that one done. So I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we'll carry on trying to get Coal Town built up, because that is the key for moving forward. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.